Hi friends, how's it going? Welcome to another Spillin' Tea with Natalie. Today I'm going to talk all about how Nathan and I met. I thought I'd give you guys kind of a little backstory on me, and obviously my husband is such a huge part of my life. I know that I actually did a blog post on it a few years ago, but I thought there's a lot of you guys who are new around here, so I thought I would update you guys and kind of tell you a little bit about me. And first of all, right, I don't think that I'm going to be able to drink this throughout. It's probably a little bit too hot, but how cute are these little tea leeks? I've put in a loose leaf tea in there and I'm just like, oh my gosh, how cute is that? I've bought these on eBay the other day and I'm obsessed with them. So let's get right to it. So I've always been a huge rom-com lover. Me and my mom, we would always watch rom-coms, I'd say almost on a weekly basis, probably in my teenage years especially. We both absolutely love it. I have so many emotions. And it's funny because I feel like some rom-coms are obviously predictable, but I literally do not care. I'm like, I want that predictable ending. I want them to be together. And I think, so my parents actually have an incredible love story as well, which I'm not going to be sharing today. I will be sharing that another time. But I think growing up, because I knew of how awesome and incredible their love story was, I really wanted something pretty incredible for myself. So it's something that I'd like always kind of desired, but not really necessarily prayed, oh my gosh, give me an amazing, like, cool meeting story guide or anything like that. But I feel like it's awesome that God just knew that that's something that I really wanted. Okay, so let me take you through it all. So this was back in 2015. I was at a uni in London, which is college for all of you Americans out there. So I was at college, and obviously when you're a college student, you're kind of just like, yeah, everything's expensive, you know? So we had a Hillsong New Year's Eve party. It was Grease themed, and they were running a competition, and it was basically an Instagram competition, and you had to dress up as one of the characters from Grease, and then you could be entered into winning a ticket. The ticket was about 35 pounds, which probably works out around $45 in the States. And so at the time, as a student, I was kind of like, if I can get it for free, I will definitely prefer that. So I obviously entered the competition. I ended up winning, which was so awesome. And they asked me to do a little video saying, hey guys, thanks so much for my tickets and stuff. And it got passed around all the WhatsApp social media like groups and stuff. So Nathan had already seen me on there, and it comes to the Grease New Year's Eve theme party, and obviously I go, and he saw me there. I was dressed as Sandy, and so he kind of already knew my face, you know. He had seen me before, and our church is huge, by the way. Our church has thousands of people, so it was nice. He obviously saw me from far away and already knew my face. So a couple of weeks later, he goes, so he's from Belfast. He is Northern Irish, which is really funny because I feel like occasionally I will get some of his accents, like the way that his voice goes up. I'll sometimes say those things, but I honestly cannot do the Northern Irish accent. Like, the only thing I can try to say is Nathan, but I don't even think that that's that great. That's his name, by the way, Nathan. So I feel like that's how I hear people say Nathan, but it's like, it goes up like that, which is really funny. But yeah, so he's from Belfast, and he was taking some of his friends around Belfast to kind of check you know, the place out and show them around and stuff, because we were all living in London at the time, obviously. And then I was in Dublin for 2 days with my friends, and Dublin is about like an hour and a half's drive from Belfast, so he took them down to Dublin for one night only. And I remember going around Dublin and stuff. Okay, so I don't know about you, but Leap Year is one of my favorite rom-coms. I absolutely loved it. And so I obviously wanted to check out all the locations and stuff there. I remember wanting to see where they filmed it and stuff. So we went to this place called Temple Bar, where there's like Irish live music, and it's kind of like one of the must-see places in Dublin, basically. And so then he taps me on the shoulder. Like, I remember I was coming out of the bathroom. I was not feeling like I looked good, you know, when you're like, yeah, my hair was everywhere, my makeup was just definitely not looking on point, you know, and yeah, so, and it was really cold, so I was wearing like, it was all like sweaters and everything, so I just don't remember feeling like I looked my best. And so, but anyways, here we go. And then I was coming up the stairs, and then I feel a tap on my shoulder, and he's like, hey, are you from London? And I was like, yeah. He was like, I'm from Hillsong. And I was like, no way. How cool is that? Like, we happen to be in the same place at the same time in a different country. Like, I thought that was so awesome. Just, you know, being at the same place at the same time. Like, how incredible is that? I thought that was amazing. And so his friends and my friends hung out for the night. We didn't really talk that much that night, to be honest. And so I remember, like, he added me on Facebook, I followed him on Instagram, but it just wasn't like, it wasn't really, yeah, nothing was happening. A few months later though, we ended up running into each other at church, and it was really funny because I remember I had lost my camera that day. I was so silly, right? So I was coming off the DLR, which is like one of the underground subways here in London. It's actually not underground, it's actually overground, this one. But anyway, so I just come off, I was sitting down waiting for my next train to go. I put my camera down, like my camera bag down to the side, and I was on my phone and stuff, and then I look up and I'm like, oh my gosh, my train is just about to be here. So I ran up, and then realizing, oh my gosh, I forgot my camera. So then I come back down, after I had to get another train back, I come back down and it's not there anymore, and I had to call Lost and Found and stuff, and they couldn't find it. Nobody had handed it in, so clearly someone just took it, and obviously I was not a happy camper that day. So I went home and I had a bit of a pity party because I was like so upset that somebody kind of stole my camera. It would have been nice if they had actually handed it in, you know? So I was just so upset, and I literally did not even want to go. It was like a team night at church or whatever, and I was like, I really don't even want to go. But I remember thinking, I gotta get out of here because it's just clearly not really that great for my mind to just be in a pity party and crying all the time, and I'm gonna see my friends, so then I'll at least hopefully feel a little bit better. And I remember I didn't even have like any makeup on or anything because I was just so upset and such in a pity party for losing it. And so I ended up arriving, and I see him there, and I was like, oh my gosh, hey! And we start talking, and we just click just like that. I remember even thinking, oh, I brought mascara. I should probably put it on just so I look a little bit cuter, you know? I remember going into the bathroom after I saw him and putting on my mascara, and funnily enough, as soon as I put on my mascara, after I put on my mascara, but it falls into the toilet, which is absolutely crazy. So thankfully I put on my mascara before that happened, because then otherwise would not have been able to. But then so then I come out and still chatting with, this is like after team night happens and stuff, and there's obviously loads of people there. There's like hundreds of people there. And I remember he was, I saw him again at the door on the way out. I was kind of secretly hoping that I would. And I see him on the way out, and he like kind of lingers around waiting for me a little bit, and I was like, oh, okay, I kind of see it. And I was with my friend, and then he came back up to me, and we started chatting again, and then we were all on our way out. I was about to get a bus to go home, and so he was walking with us, we were chatting, and I remember him seeing one of his like friends, and I was like, oh, if he's not into me, he's gonna go off with his friends, you know, whatever. And then he talked to his friend, but then ran up to catch up with me, and I was like, yes, he is into me, I can sense it, which he obviously was. So because we're married. But then so then we caught the bus home and we were chatting and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, we were chatting about movies because movies are like some of my favorite stuff. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you haven't seen this movie. I'm gonna send you the trailer. So then later I sent him that trailer, and then we start chatting, and then that's kind of how we just like clicked again. And then it must have been a few weeks later, I went on a date, and then yeah, a couple weeks after that we were dating for sure, and like 6 months later we were engaged, and that's kind of how we got together. And I'm not going to tell his proposal story just yet. I mean, you could probably find it, not probably, you would totally find it on my blog, but I will do another video on how we got engaged. But I hope that was entertaining for you guys. I hope you enjoyed finding out a little bit about me and Nathan and our love story, because I just think it's fun, right? Storytelling is kind of fun, and I just wanted you guys to get to know me a little bit more and get to know a little bit more about my life, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see on Spillin' Tea with Natalie. And I hope you guys have an awesome week ahead.